Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, home for everything movies and music, through my eyes. And today we review the new Corey Taylor debut solo record, CMFT, and that stands for Corey Motherfucking Taylor. So if you're at all involved in the hard rock or metal world, you know who Corey Taylor is. He fronts Stone Sour and of course metal legend Slipknot, but this is his debut record, his first in 20 years because he's been with both those other bands for 20 years. He needed a little bit of a break, a little bit of a stylistic change, and he is on the scene ablazing with his debut record, CMFT. So I can see why Corey put out this album. He's really going for a bunch of different styles on here. On the song Highway 666, he almost has a bluegrassy, country rock, Devil Went Down to Georgia vibe. Black Eyes Blue sounds like a quintessential Stone Sour song. Culture Head sounds like Slipknot. But then he goes in really different directions, like on the song The Maria Fire, it almost has a jazzy kind of swing vibe. Then on song Silverfish in Kansas, he goes in more of an acoustic vibe. And maybe those don't always hit for me, but there's beauty in the attempt, and I appreciate him going in all these different directions. It kept the album pretty interesting. And when on these songs CMFT Must Be Stopped, there's even rappers like Tech Nine involved, so that's a really cool vibe. And you have Corey rapping on this song. You can tell he could because of his vocal abilities in Slipknot on songs like Eyeless. But for him to just dive deep into it, I was really impressed. And that's a really courageous move from Corey Taylor because he's such a great artist and he's so well known that doing something so different took some balls. My favorite tracks on this album include Everybody Dies, My Birthday, Culture Head, and Black Eyes Blue. They're all great anthemic choruses, they all got great guitar riffs, and the production on this album as a whole is super professional. You'd expect that coming from him. And the entire album overall sounds kinda like Stone Sour for the most part, and not in the best ways always. I wanted him to go even further in different directions because I think that would justify this record even more than it already does itself. But he has an established fan base, so I can see why he stuck to his roots on some songs. But sometimes the experimentation goes in the wrong direction. The third track, Samantha's Gone, is one of my least favorite songs that Corey Taylor has ever put out. It's cheesy as fuck. It is not good. It's basically a throwaway Stone Sour song. I'm not sure why that was on the track listing. And sometimes they sacrifice a good song just for energy, like on the songs Mighty Lux or European Tour Bus Bathroom Song. They're just hard and fast and with gang vocals for the sake of it. They don't really add anything to the themes of this album. And he gives me slow song ballad Blue Balls a couple times. The songs Halfway Down, Silverfish in Kansas, they feature some acoustic elements, but as soon as I thought he was going to go into an entire ballad song, it just gets super heavy and it gets more generic and more forgettable as time goes on in those songs. I wish he would have committed a little bit more like he does on the song Home. That's a piano ballad. And I think Corey Taylor has a beautiful voice, so to hear him soar and express himself and provoke his own emotions out of those songs, that was great to see. So more songs like Home would have added some variety to this album, where sometimes it was lacking. As far as the slow songs go, there is a lot of variety in the types of songs, but just not a lot of slow ones or acoustic ones. And besides the rapping on the track, Corey doesn't really do anything different as far as his vocals go, and normally that'd just be par for the course, it'd be alright. But again, we're trying to justify a solo record, and it doesn't always do that. For the most part it does, but it's not perfect, and I don't want to appear like a fanboy and just say, oh, it's great just because it's Corey Taylor. We gotta judge it as its own work, not judge him by his body of work. So overall, I think CMFT by Corey Taylor was fun. That's the best way I could describe it. It's not groundbreaking, it's not game-changing, it's not going to win Album of the Year, but I think it's solid overall. One you should check out if you like Corey Taylor, and if you don't, maybe there's a style that he tried on this album that you might dig. So overall, I would give CMFT by Corey Taylor a solid 7.5 out of 10. It could have been elevated in a few places, but overall I think it's a solid first effort, and I'm excited where Corey Taylor goes in the future in between Slipknot and Stone Sour tours. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and you could like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.